What's going on, guys? This is MCS Red. Today I have a video demonstration of the new and improved STL shooting drill competition. We kind of redesigned a little bit. We had to do a little bit of back to the drawing board as far as the recording devices for recording the times and scores, just for the fact that there was miscellaneous stuff that was affecting each individual participant's shooting time. So, as you can see behind me, we have a targeting system of 6 targets. There's a barrier behind that target, and then there's one final target in the back here. That final target is very important because that is what is connected to the new recording system or timer. So specifics of this shooting drill competition is you're going to have for the 43 cal version, which we're going to be doing that and showing you that demonstration today. So we have the PPQ here. If you have any 43 cal, if you're going to do it with the PPQ only, you're going to have it at 3 yards and then 4 at the final target. And then if you're going to use a 68 cal variation, just for the fact that you don't want projectiles bouncing back towards the shooter to affect his possible time, and you also, if you're using paint, you don't want that splatter. So the 68 cal standard would be 6 yards and then 7 behind that. So it's really simple. We're going to have specification sheets from there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to demonstrate exactly how this competition works. So you're going to have the shooter approach the bench. He's going to register on the site. From there, he will go ahead and you'll be able to record his time once he registers. We're going to go ahead on our timer. It's a countdown from 3 seconds. He'll take his pistol. We're going to use a PPQ. You can have it in the lock position. He'll press here, insert his magazine, rack it back. Rock over here, run, however he's going to do it, and shoot. From here, you can see, you heard the double beep. As soon as that last target is hit, the timer will stop, and that will be that shooter's time. That time will be input into our ranking system, which will rank, if it's going to be for a specific event, it could be ranked through that event, or it'll be ranked globally through our website, which is a great feature. I hope you guys test your skills on this new STL drill. We'll see you guys out on the field. Sports. What's going on, guys? This is MCS Red. Today I got a video for you on the brand new marker series launch, which is the Future series. I've been wanting to release a whole plethora of markers of a more futuristic look ahead of its time, and this is the first one that we're going to be releasing. This is the Hurricane Hunter. This is a brand new shroud that we have available for the Hurricane. This is a key mod rail system. You can see it's definitely really beefy. It's got a lot of space on the inside here. It's extremely light, which is great, so don't be discouraged by the way it looks. It's not big and bulky. It is extremely lightweight, all metal. Key mod rail on 7 locations. So this has plenty of real estate for accessories, vertical grips, flashlights on multiple angles. You have a 10-inch lion claw barrel in here with that Noveske sound amplifier that gives it an even more aggressive look. You do get sound amplification because it is a shorter barrel, and if you wanted to go shorter, you definitely could too, because you have plenty of space in here to recess suppressors or the sound amplifier. Of course, you have that Hurricane body with the lock bolt. Comes standard. This is a complete marker build. You have that rear ASA here with the 13 cubic inch tank, MTA buttstock. This is something you see in like Jurassic Park. This is what you hunt velociraptors with. This thing is super sweet. You got that selector switch. If you guys can get your hands on that X7 Phenom E-trigger, you can slap that on here. You got the option for a drop down ASA if you want to do that. This thing would even look killer with one of our PDW stocks, which is really cool. And then of course we got the highlight, the brand new Vism optic right here. This is a red reticle, but it also has IR and, as you can see there, white, and then of course the, see if I can get it here. See that green laser right there. So it goes right on both sides of the rail, which is really nice, and of course you get that nice field of view. Let's go ahead and do some shooting, but before I insert the mag, I want to show you something. A lot of people have a big misunderstanding about the lock bolt. We've done a lot of videos on it recently, and that's just because of that misunderstanding. So all complete marker builds with the Hurricane come standard with that lock bolt. It's the same mechanical eye technology that I've come to know from the 468, the 468 PTR, and now the Blizzard Vortex and bolt. So if I go ahead and I pull the trigger right now, no magazine in there, no projectiles, etc., you're going to hear that noise. It sounds like hydraulic brakes degassing, but that's not a misfire. That's not the marker malfunctioning or anything like that. That is the bolt being withheld from actually releasing and dry firing, essentially. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll insert a magazine here. Got some AG1 paint. Insert. Go ahead and take a couple shots. So as you can see here, should be no more paint in that magazine. I can do that all day long. Nothing is going to be able to dry fire because there's not a projectile engaging that lock bolt. So that's an awesome feature to have, especially for transitioning players, speedballers or milsim players that are familiar with hoppers, with that mechanical, the electrical eye. This is a great transition marker, and also because of that spool valve technology that you're all familiar with from the X7 Phenom, this makes it a very air efficient marker, as well as one of my favorites in the lineup. So it felt only natural to release the first of the future series. The Hurricane Hunter is now available on the mcsus.com website. We'll see you guys out on the field.
What is going on, guys? I wanted to show you those two videos there. Many of you may have already seen them. We uploaded them earlier, one of them yesterday and then one of them earlier today. But we want to show you, we got a lot of cool things that we want to talk about in this episode. So we'll jump right into it. Welcome to the MFW show, episode 53 now.
Wow.
Another 53 weeks of this show, which has been pretty cool, and we thank you guys. It's been growing every week. More and more viewers, more and more watches afterwards. A lot of cool things that we've been able to share with you guys, and we want to thank you guys again for all your continued support for the show and for us here at MCS. So, starting off the show, I want to start off. I want to just say prayers to all of you guys out in the Florida area, to all the victims of today's shooting that happened in Parkland, Florida. The 17 people who are confirmed deceased at that incident. I want to just express my condolences to the people that were affected, and also the victims. There was a lot of I was at a high school, so there was a lot of kids and stuff that were affected by that. I am very happy that the suspect was taken into custody. I think that's a great thing. Before everyone jumps on the bandwagon of banning guns, just remember that the gun didn't do that. The person operating that firearm did. So I'm sure we're going to start seeing a lot of that happening again as we move forward the next couple days and weeks. But I mean, a tragic accident, all the same. I can't say that it would have been avoided without a gun. I mean, it could have been, it happened in a worse case scenario. If he was going to, he had the intention of doing that, which it looked like he did. I'm sure he would have found another way to do that horrific act there. So prayers and condolences to all of the victims of that incident today. So,
Yeah.
Want to start it off?
Let's start off. I mean, it kind of start on a sad note there. You know, we don't normally have that, but when we do, it's kind of really touch us. I mean, we're just people, and we're just doing our thing, and it just sometimes it just happened, and you don't know how to react to it, guys. So, our prayers to those that's affected by this tragedy.
Yeah. So I just wanted to, didn't mean to start it off on a sad note, but I just wanted to make it a point to say something about that incident today. Because, I mean, it's not something you kind of just miss, you know?
Right.
So started off, we showed you the video of the new Future series. This is something that I've been trying to finish for a while, and then KT finally brought in some of the parts that I was looking to do this series with, and we finally got to it the past couple days. So we're super excited about this, to release these feature series. A lot of people, we've seen it happen over the past couple of months especially, and then, going to SHOT Show, you saw, the firearms world is headed in that direction. They want more futuristic looking stuff, more AR handguards that are super futuristic, shrouds, kits, all etc. So it only seemed natural to implement that into our lineup, which we could. So first of that series is the Hurricane Hunter. This thing is a beast. Like I said in the video, this is something that you would honestly probably hunt velociraptors with. This is something I would hope to see in the next Jurassic World movie. You got that brand new shroud. This is a top rail attached, so you do get a little bit of a riser there for using an optic. On the version that's available on the website, you do get the Vism Delta sight. Great field of view. Very durable sight. Very, very durable. It's the reticle is super clear, which is really nice, and it's also very bright, which is really cool too. And you get that green laser and the IR light there, or map light, nav light, whatever you want to say, part of that. So today's auction, we're going to do the Hurricane Hunter without the optic, just because we already sold them, so we have to wait for more to come in. But we're going to do the Hurricane Hunter. You got the 13 cubic inch tank, MTA stock. You can do the remote line adapter if you want to. You got the standard ASA, but you can always upgrade to the drop down ASA. Hurricane body with the lock bolt comes standard. You also get the new shroud. Like I said, has 7 areas of key mod. 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way around, which is really cool. So you have tons of real estate for accessories if you guys are looking for that. So you'll have that. Chris Quince. Someone has already, there's been quite a few people. The reason why we couldn't put all the bells and whistles on that is because of the cost. By putting all the bells, more stuff, that cost is going to increase, and right now we're at a $679 marker. With all the stuff that we really wanted to put on there, we'd be closer to the $800, $900 price point. So we rather have those of you that want a marker like this, or even new players, spend that medium price point, and then you can spend the extra money to upgrade those parts at a later time. We want to put the OPS suppressor in there, which you can do, which we'll show you guys that as well in the future. But once again, cost. We don't need. We don't want to just drop a $1,000 marker right out the gate. So
well, we do have some models, but when you're trying to kind of put a medium price, average about 5, 6. That way, if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade rather than trying to throw everything at you. Sometimes we get a lot of requests. I don't want that scope. I don't want that. So it's we try to minimize that additional attachment to make it standard.
We can put. I've always been a fan of putting everything on there, giving you the whole pie. But then that's exactly what happens. Is we always get a customer or multiple customers that are like, oh well, how much would it be if I didn't get this or I didn't get that? We don't want to, not to be mean, and we don't want to be nickel and diming people, but it's better that we offer you a medium-priced impact or a medium-priced package, and then you can kind of upgrade and personalize from there. Ultimately, the Future Series markers is going to be one of every model almost, and we have more. KT is going to be releasing some of those here at PBE next week, so we're super excited to be showing you those as well, and have plenty of options, and there's going to be, like I said, tons of upgradability as well.
This is the first one that we're going to release of the Future Series. Like I said, Jonathan was saying, I have a few models at the Paintball Extravaganza. I'm going to be showing them off next week, and you can check them out and see if you like it.
So I think the bid is at $220.
I didn't have a chance to test over here. We have this new sample. We have the new sample. Tail came in, and we haven't got a chance to do a thorough test on that. So as soon as I get the chance to do it, I don't know if we have it this week. I still have to go get stuff ready to go to the event next week. So hopefully I'll get some trigger time and get that tested before I leave. So get some result for you guys.
All right, so we're at 2:30 with Felix Gonzalez, increments of 10 guys. So this is the auction for today. Hurricane Hunter, the newest one, does not have the new Vism optic. It's just because, like I said, we're out of stock, but you can add that later. That optic is available on the site now, so you can purchase those separately as well. But you get this full standard marker, Noveski sound amplifier, 10-inch line claw barrel, and all the rest of the stuff that we've went through on there. So, like I said, I'm super excited about this. We've got an overwhelmingly positive response from just releasing the Hunter. And I'm telling you right now, when you see KT what we release next week, you're probably gonna pee your pants in excitement there. So Chris Quince, we're at 300. Full auto, you guys can do full auto. Unfortunately, we can't get our hands on any more of the X7 Phenom E-triggers. So if
but they're still available.
They're still available.
Go to eBay and Ansgear, other places. They still have them in stock. We're out, and you can definitely be able to upgrade that to the full auto version.
Let's see here.
Someone asking about the Extravaganza STL drill. It is next week, from Tuesday through Thursday. So it's a 3-day event. I don't remember the exact date, but just next week, Tuesday through Thursday.
And this is not going to be the only event, guys. The new and improved STL drill is going to be implemented at multiple events that KT will be headed to throughout the rest of the year, as well as others. I hope ambassadors get on the train here and start implementing at the events at their local fields as well. Super excited about that as well. The STL drill, I mean, it was great before, but it's kind of difficult to do the for the recording devices, which is where we had the problem. So KT searched far and wide and finally got the right timing system with the target, and it works extremely well. So there shouldn't be any issues, and it's going to be just as cool as the other one and just as competitive. It is very difficult. Even though there was a short distance with a 68 caliber rifle, is going to be the same thing.
Right.
So,
well, one of the reasons why we have to change the drill to the system, because when we go to an event, usually it's just one of us, and we can't do the event and then run the booth at the same time. So we have to go back and kind of think a way to have the drill that can almost automated in a way. That's why if you see the look of the drill, we didn't show the video, but you can reset. There's a little string you can pull, and then to reset the target. So you go ding, 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 and then you pull the string and reset the target and allow the next person to engage and start the drill, rather than having to go stop, go clean the targets, and then reset. And it takes a long time. Plus, you have to hold the what's it called?
Shot timer.
The shot timer too, so that way you get the right time. That's required person, like full-time person just doing that. That's why we just kind of illuminate all that. It's just the timer starts. As soon as you push a button, it starts, and then it ends on the last shot.
The process really needed to be more streamlined too. We had a lot of participants and all the events. So when you have multiple people like that, especially that want to do double and triple time, you really got to have a system in place that's going to be able to push them through really quickly.
Well, this way, I think you just load and boom, load and
yeah,
go,
that's
load
it.
and go.
I mean, it's pretty simple, and the timer has it all set. So you're just pressing one button, just like we did in the video.
Right.
Felix Gonzalez, Paintball Extravaganzas it's in Virginia, but it's close to Washington D.C. At the Dulles Hilton there. And
if you want to participate, go to
Paintball Extravaganza.
Search Paintball Extravaganza, or the website pb-events.com.
Yeah, and there will be it's every year. It's industry personnel, field owners will be there. Tim Hanley will be there from EMR Paintball Park. There'll be a lot of vendors there. Valken, of course, us. I'm sure First Strike and everything like that will be there as well. It is unfortunately not open to the public. You do need to have some type of in there associated with a paintball field or any type of industry personnel. I don't really think they're checking.
But I do need some volunteers to run the booth, so you guys want to come out, help me run the booth for a while, and then I'll get to the pass to come in.
There you go. There you go. So I wanted to say something here before we continue. Unfortunately, this will be my last show. I'm going to be taking a leave of absence, so I thought that I'd owe that to you guys. Just so you know, I just up and went up like poof, gone, and KT's gonna have to do some explanation.
Oh man.
And all that. But I wanted to let you guys know that, and I just want to say thank you for all the support you guys have given me and over the past couple years that I've been here. And I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I love each and every one of you guys, and I appreciate all the support that you've given the company and KT and all the progress that we've done over the past couple years. So just want to let you guys know that. Don't take it too hard. The show's still going to go on. I'm still going to be very much around and fighting here right next to KT. So it's not like a big thing, but I wanted to make that announcement to you guys. So, so moving forward, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Moving forward, Extravaganza, there's a lot of stuff that is going to be going on there. KT will be doing and we'll be testing some of the shape projectiles. We'll be updating you guys. Don't worry. What do you call it?
I'm gonna try to live stream the entire show. So I'm just gonna leave the camera on, and you guys can ask questions and stuff, see what's going on throughout the drill. Just gonna put a stationary camera there and just live stream the entire thing.
It's gonna be cool.
I know.
That's gonna be cool.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Behind the Bunker will be there again this year.
Yeah.
I think they went live from there too.
They usually go live at the end of the end of the day, like end of the show.
Yeah, I think it's like that Friday.
They didn't really go during the middle of the day. So this year, I think I have the hardware to do it. I just leave it there, and you guys just stream live. You can ask them a question. Maybe I'll have time to walk you guys around to different booth, and you can check it out. Do the whole thing. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Let's see here. So the markers that are going to be showcased over there, like I said, I would definitely keep an eye out for the new of those future series there. Like I said, I wish you could have released them already, but they're actually on a pallet on their way to
well, the funny thing is,
right now.
Hopefully it gets there, right? Last time I went to this event and our never got there. So, yeah, if you guys have a chance to participate in the drill, there will be 3 PPQ up for grab. So top 3 shooters each will win a PPQ at the show. So gonna be a lot of top shooters.
There's a lot of prizes there. Over $3,000 worth of stuff gonna be given away there for the top prizes, which is really cool. The PPQ, oh man, the PPQ, man, I'm about to just get rid of those from our entire thing. I'm totally kidding.
Joke, by the way.
I'm totally kidding. Listen, the PPQ, okay. What's happening right now is there's a mob trying to be created when there's no reason for a mob to be created. We have received zero phone calls from field owners, players, from Umarex. No one has contacted Umarex directly. We are very much in contact with Umarex in regards to this product. There have been no reported injuries or anything like that to instill some type of chaos that may or may not be associated with this product. We have been 100% transparent with this product. We've already told you there's multiple videos on our YouTube channel that express how this product works, ultimately how it should be used. Right now, what we're seeing is there's an issue with the assumption of cheating. The reliability of the player, or having the faith in the player to use the product as intended. In my opinion, that's all of paintball. I mean, there is a capacity for cheating with every single marker, for projectiles, etc. I do, like I said, I can't say that there's an issue with a product when we have had no issue. You know what I'm saying? It's been kind of difficult to continually combat these assumptions. Like I said, because there are assumptions. For people who are spreading the rumors about insurance, the scare. Insurance. If you look at paintball insurance, and we've got it. KT's done it. I've talked to multiple field owners, not just here in California, but around the world. There's nothing in their insurance that even states FPS limits. It does not. The insurance policy doesn't go by that. Obviously, that's dependent. I'm sure there may be an insurance policy out there with an insurance provider that requires it, but more than half, more than I would say 80% of insurance policies covering these paintball fields does not state FPS limit. That is the paintball field owner's discretion. So if your field legal limit is 280 FPS, then you need to use 280 FPS regulated markers. Now,
obviously, right? The you want to keep it safe, so operate a safe limit of the velocity, right? That way, there's a standard been set that for certain field, normally field go about 280 plus minus, and then indoor self-regulated to about 220, 230, depends on the field. Depends on the proximity of the targeted proximity of the bunkers and other component in the field. But all field owner and all operators and event promoters want to make sure the players are safe and have a good time. So therefore, and additionally, you want to keep that velocity consistent, so that way everyone's shooting the same velocity rather than trying to have a different velocity. So that on the velocity side. In the sense where Jonathan was saying how players, their assumption that players will cheat because they're using a PPQ, how they will increase the velocity for changing a CO2. I don't see how that possibly can happen. Even if the person did, how much shot do you get changing a fresh new CO2? You get, what, 5, 6 shots?
Well, that's the thing. Here's the misinformation. Here's where the scare tactic is coming from. Not having a velocity adjustment. Yes, we know it doesn't have a velocity adjustment, but
a physical one.
Yeah. But that pistol does not have the ability to, after the 5 to 8 shots are fired, to go up past 300 ever again. The velocity decreases as you shoot more shots. So logically, what people are thinking is that a person is going to use their PPQ with a fresh 12 gram CO2, shoot the 5 to 8 shots at over 300, and then remove the 12 gram, put another one in, and shoot another 5 to 8 shots over 300, and then remove that and put it back in and shoot to purposely cheat the system. Doing that is not logical. I can tell you right now, until a person has been caught red-handed and proof can be provided that a player is doing that, that's not a logical explanation to either, or an assumption to say, hey, this is an unsafe product. For that assumption, for example, the issue that we see a lot right now, that is an epidemic, and this is talking to more than 25 field owners around the world. People are events that allow first strikes. Players will go to chrono with round ball, knowing for a fact that using that exact same setup, they will go, as soon as they hit the field and they've passed chrono with round ball, they will use their first strike magazines and will fire, knowing that they're going to get a 20 to sometimes even 30 FPS increase depending on the barrel that they're using. That happens day after day, almost at every event.
Exactly.
Every event promoter that I've spoken to has had that problem. Every player that I've spoken to that has attended events throughout the U.S. and throughout, Canada, Brazil, etc., the places that are allowing first strikes and paintball are having that exact issue. The liability is the same as if someone was shooting a PPQ over 300. Now, scientifically, we can make that assumption, and we know for a fact that the joule impact of a 43 cal projectile at 300 FPS is around 2. That's almost 3 times less than the kinetic impact of a 68 caliber at 280 FPS. But we all know that insurance and ASTM standard doesn't talk about that. They talk about FPS, which is fine. So, Chris Quince, I think it's more people who think a PPQ owner is using it as a primary, like a Tipex. Exact point. The issue is, okay, plain and simple, the PPQ can and will operate under field legal limit. If you are a field owner or a event promoter, there are ways to combat this, just like you do with the round ball versus chronoing with round ball versus using FSR rule. You can spot check chrono on the field like you're already doing. You can also require each PPQ owner, and I'm telling you this because we're the only ones selling it. 90% of the participants and people who own a PPQ don't have more than 2 or 3 mags.
9% one mag.
Yeah, one mag. Most people are not even buying extra mags because they're $50 a freaking a pop. So I've yet to see a PPQ owner using it as a primary just for the fact that the maximum range is about 35 feet, and using a 43 cal against people who are using FSR also probably not the best idea. I mean, you're not going to get anywhere near your opponent using a PPQ unless you are a ninja. Honestly, I mean, thinking realistically here, guys. This is all I'm trying to say as a field owner and as a event promoter. There are ways to combat this. Like I said, have that PPQ owner chrono each individual mag at chrono, because with 112 gram CO2, we are getting, and you saw it in my video, 7 to 8 magazines. Okay, now the adjustment on the PPQ is having to dry fire. That is how you adjust the velocity to below field legal limit. Is that practical? Is that immoral? Is that whatever you may think it is? It doesn't matter. There's no ASTM standard or regulation that states how should a marker be adjusted to achieve those FPS limits. The field regulation rules and insurance claims the marker must operate under field legal limit. The FPS of the projectile fired from that 68 caliber marker must be under a field limit regulation FPS. It does not state how that is achieved. It does not state how it should be achieved. There's no insurance policy that's doing that. Okay, and if there is, please email it to me because I would love to see that. Overall, like I said, there are plenty of ways to get these players to use this product on the field. There's a lot of the PPQ is a great product for bringing new people into the community, just because of how it looks and how it functions and things like that. It's a great product. I mean, I can't.
It'll bring a lot of new players to the game.
It will bring a lot of new players into the game. Just
airsoft,
from the STL drill, I know that's going to people are going to see that and be like, I want to shoot that. I want to do that. It's a fun thing to have. Now, whether or not your field allows 43 cal paintball, that's a different thing. If the insurance policy doesn't cover 43 cal, then you can't use 43 cal.
I'm telling you, if you explain your field owner, show them how it works, how it functions, I'm telling you, no field owner that ever turned down the PPQ for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had one. No. This is what I'm saying.
It's a fun piece. It's a fun piece. Anyone, I mean, a field owner is somewhat of a shooter, right? The person gotta have some sort of like of a shooting sport, and a PPQ is one of those products that for shooters, whether you are an average shooter, just a target or playing games or recreational. If you are a shooter, you like shooting some stuff. The PPQ definitely, it's it. Small, compact, fun.
Yeah.
it's
I mean, it's a secondary, guys. Like I can't really explain it anymore. Honestly, there's always going to be someone that's going to try to burn down a bridge and stop something. But the problem that I have with it, and the reason why I get so fired up, is that there are people trying to create an issue and scare someone out of something when they don't have all the information and all the facts. As far as I know, every single person that's purchased the PPQ is using it responsibly, just for the fact that we have not received any phone calls. If we did receive a phone call, do you think that we would still be selling the product? No.
Or defend it.
Defend it as we are doing.
Yeah.
If the field owners really had a problem with it, would we be selling it to field owners?
Right.
No. It's not how that works. I mean, let's think about it from a business perspective, and let's also think about it common sense perspective. Physical velocity adjustment, it does not have. That's a fact. Can it operate under field legal limits, and should the user utilizing the PPQ in a game that has permission from the field owner or event promoter use them responsibly? Yes, that's a fact. If they don't, and they do intend to cheat with it, and they shoot 5 to 8 shots at over 300, can that happen? Yes, it absolutely could. It could do that. But if that player has the intentions to cheat,
yes,
they're gonna cheat. They're not gonna just cheat with the PPQ.
There's so many ways to do it.
I know. They're not gonna just cheat with the PPQ. They're gonna cheat when they get hit. They're gonna wipe. They're gonna crank up the velocity
right.
on their regular gun to achieve higher FPS, so they can get farther out shots.
Right.
It doesn't matter. They're gonna cheat. That's just as simple as that.
And most of the time they cheat to take a shot, like a long range shot or something.
No one's going to shoot a PPQ with just a maximum distance of 35 feet.
Right.
Even at over 300 FPS, those things are inaccurate. That paintball is going to go everywhere. But I mean, I understand the safety factor is FPS. We can talk about science and all that. That is definitely a safety factor. But to create a scare and start instilling in people that there's a problem with a product that is not safe, then that is wrong. That is why I get fired up, and that is why I defend it, because until there is an issue with something, there should not be people trying to create a fire or spreading these rumors. It's the same thing that we've had to do, each and every one of you have had to do, to get first strike at your local field. All these scare tactics that came from, the lacerations and it's breaking goggles and all this other stuff, all these other videos that people have had to use to do to prove that first strike are safe, that is something that we should not have to do with a freaking secondary 43 cal pistol. I mean, that is ludicrous. It is absolutely, it's a fun product. You guys are buying it as a secondary platform to plink around and use it as a last resort.
Practice at home.
I mean,
shows gun safety.
It's not a freaking. It's not gonna kill anybody. It's a freaking 43 cal pistol. Like it's just another tool in the game. That is it. If you are
tool, I mean, it's a great tool. It will bring a lot more players to the game. Like players that on the fence with paintball, right? Like airsofters. I mean, those guys in a different realm. Yeah, bring those guys in. You have veterans, right? They love the realisticness of their equipment. Bring them in. You have law enforcement, ex-military. I mean, you get all those guys. Now you have a tool or a product that they can relate to, and they don't see it as like a toyish matter anymore. They see like a serious equipment that they can actually help them use their tactics.
It's true. Yeah. It's definitely true. So before you knock the PPQ, make sure you give your field owner, your event promoter, all of the information. Okay. Because the biggest thing,
just give it to them and show them.
Here is the PPQ. This is what is required in order for it to shoot below your field legal limit. Dry fire it 5 to 8 times, and it will shoot below 280. And the best part is, it will never go up above that. So yes,
it goes down, but not up.
Yeah, it goes down until it's gone. So you get 7 to 8 magazines per 12 gram CO2. You dry fire 1. I have 6 to 7 left. So that is plenty of capacity to last. What we've seen through the players that are using it,
1 day
almost
game,
all
Yeah,
day,
right.
Because they're not actually using that PPQ.
If you have to put
all
it
the
back
time.
up every single game,
Yeah, you got a problem. You need to
new
stop
tactic.
playing paintball.
You need a new.
But even for those guys that are using the PPQ, and I don't know of one yet, but if you are, use them responsibly. I mean, it's like anything else. If you use first strikes and you're at an event that has first strikes and it is also allowing, or I'm sorry, is using first strikes but also has paintball, make sure that you chrono with FSR, not with paintball. I know you have to weigh some, but that is the responsible thing to do. It's just simple as that, guys. It's not. There's nothing that an insurance policy that's going to ban the PPQ. The insurance states if the velocity adheres to the paintball field, which it will do,
Which is all
is fine.
Which is regulated by the field owner to they determine what's safe or what's not safe because they have the experience. You have to trust that they do, right? For the field owner and event promoters, they know the games. They have experience with the sport, so they can set the velocity on what they think is right for the event. So therefore, whatever they say, that's what you go with, and just make sure that your equipment just kind of fall within that threshold, and you're good to go.
All right. Chris Quince, yeah. I mean, if your field, like I said, we said it in the beginning too. If you're on the fence about purchasing the PPQ, make sure you check with your local field first. Contact the field owner and say, hey, you know what? I have a secondary 43 cal pistol. I want to use it for the games. I will chrono and adhere to all your field legal limits and regulations and rules. Can I use this product? If they say yes, use it. If they say no, then I'm sorry, you can't use it. It's the same thing with FSR. If FSR, even though it's in the ASTM standard, there are still field owners,
Right.
a lot of them, that do not allow FSR.
Right.
Despite it being as an ASTM standard. It doesn't matter. You have to get permission to use it. Most people, like I said, I don't think that you're going to have an issue, honestly. We haven't run into one yet.
Well, the biggest, like I said, one of the biggest things we're talking about is most fields don't allow them because they don't have the paintball.
Right.
They want to sell you the ball so that way they can continue to operate their business, right? You can't just expect to bring your own ball and shoot, have a good time, and then they're not able to recuperate from that investment. So you want them to able to maintain their field by they providing the service. So therefore, they want to sell you those paintball. So if you have them, just let them know, hey, I'm using my own paintball. Maybe they charge you like a small coverage fee, and that's it. But let them know that you have paintball that they don't sell. So that's to me, that's the biggest barrier as far as using the PPQ is that the field don't have the paint that you can purchase.
All right.
So.
Chris Quince, yeah, we do know. That was brought to my attention yesterday. I've actually had a conversation with Steve about it. He's going to check again and see what he can do about it, but that's ultimately his decision as well. It is up to the event promoter and the field owner. But my issue is don't create a scare when there's not a scare to be created. Give them all of the facts. Let the field owner and the event promoter make that decision when they have all of the facts. Until that time, that is why you'll see me defending it, because there's not an issue with this product. What's going on here?
Keep going. Yeah, no worries.
There's not an issue with this product. There is
Switch Mevo, is it turned off? Are we off? Have my friend who should see this video. Are we on, guys? I think we're still on, right?
no.
No, we're not. Disconnected. Reconnected. No, we're not on.
All right, I think we're on. I think it's working. I don't know.
Are we
guys.
back?
I don't know. Yeah, I think we're back.
Okay.
I
don't think we ever left. It's just
No, it said broadcast interrupted.
okay. Just
So-
interrupted. Okay.
Anyway, like I said, it's up to the field owner. It's up to the event promoter. But we will be doing a video tomorrow to explain all of that, so you can actually show your field owner and your event promoters the information. is specifically for them, so it will be something that will be available to show all of the facts. Other than that, I mean, like I said, it's a great product. I'm very happy that all of you guys that do own it do enjoy it. You do have the opportunity to use it.
It's one of our favorite toy
and
shooter here.
I mean, it's a cool thing.
Yeah.
So,
and I think the steel drill that we put together, and we're gonna have a Pacific drill. I mean, category for the pistol only, and I think it's gonna grow. As far as the pistol side goes, it's a lot of fun to shoot. I love to shoot it. That's one of the reasons why if you watch from the beginning, we did the steel drill just for the pistol side. There's a specification for that part of the competition just for the pistol. So you have a chance to watch the video, watch it again from the beginning, and if you want to see it, go to the MSIS Facebook page. We do have that link there. You can watch how the steel drill works. So Eric was asking about the auction gun. This is the auction gun that we're doing today. This is the Hurricane Hunter. Comes with that new shroud. You get your flip up sight and internal air course. You get your logbook system. And right now top is Chris Quinn for $300. So you guys want to participate in this auction, go ahead and jump in. Yes, the shroud is made of steel. It's pretty light. I don't know if you guys seen it, but you can actually pop the bottom open. There's a little lever right here. You press that, it comes right out, just like that. So you can put if you have an M203 grenade launcher, you can actually attach the bottom rail here. Those old style, the barrel mount version, not the wrist rail mount version, you can actually you can put it down there. If not, then you can put this easily back in. It just hinge on. So you can put it back in without putting the metal on. Okay, here we go. Pinch it together. There you go.
I'll be ordering that shroud once my girlfriend goes to bed. That is the best thing that I've heard on this show in a long time. We talked about that patch that we wanted to make about, it says, paintball ruined my marriage. And it was going to be a patch that we wanted to make. And I think we may go through with that still. That's a funny one right there, buddy.
So that's how you put it together.
And it's super lightweight. I think when the first time he brought it, and I looked at it in the box, I was like, oh man, that's gonna be freaking heavy. And I took it out, and it's extremely lightweight, which is really great too. So the Hurricane is one of my favorites, if not the favorite in our lineup. Not just because of the spool valve, I'm a big fan of the blow forward system, but because of its lightweight shape. I like that UMP type of look, but it also, the only downside was because it didn't have a lot of upgradability as far as shrouds, and I wasn't a fan of the Tippmann ones just for the fact that they were plastic and you really couldn't do a lot outside of that stuff. But now we do have some more options that we're going to be releasing, so we're super stoked about that. Michael, does not come with the optic. We sold all of them already, but we will have more of those, and they are available on the site. But we do have, this is just the marker with the flip-up sights here. So, and these flip-up sights are super low profile, so you almost don't even know that they're there.
Right, but they go pretty high though.
Chris Quince, no, it actually is a top rail mounted, so there's no adapter required.
Plug and play.
Plug and play. Yeah, the drop-down ASA would definitely have made this look probably a little bit better. My recommendation is even putting the PDW stock on here with the drop-down ASA. But like I said, we didn't want to include all of the bells and whistles on a product like this, or a build like this, just for the fact of price point. We wanted to keep it pretty medium. The Hurricane's already pretty expensive just because of its components, and the builds that we do have available for the Phenom are already in the $400 and above range. So. So we're at 350 right now. Eric Castaneda.
And you guys have 10 more minutes. Right now it's 5:19. We'll go until 5:30, and we're gonna cut it off right there. So you guys look into getting this Hurricane Hunter. Go ahead and get at it.
Chris Quince, yeah, if you win, we can go ahead and we can add the PDW stock. We'll just charge you for the difference, and we'll put that on for you. No problem.
Yeah, you let us know what you want. We can build for you. There's a lot of options. If you want that scope, we can actually put one on there for you too. You just gotta pay the difference, and we'll build them up. Lots of options to go with.
The new scopes, the Vism Delta and some of the Vism, what's the other one?
Urban.
Urban.
The ones that come, the one that we did on the Hunter that's the Vism Delta. No, that's the Vism Urban, and the other one is the Delta, the Delta version.
So we will have those are available right now on the site. We are out of the Urban version or the Delta version. No, Urban.
They're out on the
Son of
gun
a
build.
gun.
They're out on the gun build, but they are available on the site for you to order separately.
Yeah, Michael Grotto, they are. Yeah, it's sold out. That one is the one that's sold out right now. But we do have the Delta one available right now.
They're coming in. If you guys want one, just order it. They're coming Friday. We'll ship them out for you. So like today's Wednesday. It's a day away.
Ryan McGee, we have thought about bringing the gun configurator back. The problem is it's extremely expensive because we have to write in the programming into the site, and that's a lot of work. And with the turnover of accessories right now, like we're working on, finally we're at the bottom of all of the accessories that we've had for a long time. We're finally almost all the way out of those, and we're starting to bring in more of the new and improved, like the futuristic looking stuff, including the Vism series and some of the other stuff that you're going to be seeing here over the next couple weeks. So ideally, it's not in the cards right now.
It's not the program is pretty easy to do, but taking the photo, put that into the system, that's take a lot of time, and currently don't have the resources for that. We do have some project we want to finish first before we jump onto that again. That took a long time to put together.
Lavoy Jones, I don't know. Like I said, it's not our product. I have experimented with the PPQ, and there are two different ways to lower velocity. The problem is it affects efficiency, and where you're getting 7 to 8 magazines with 12 gram right now, the ways to do it, you would actually be getting only 3 to 4, and it's not really worth it. That kind of destroys the wow factor of that at this time. Like I said, if you go to your field owner and you say, listen, I will chrono each mag that I have, I'm using as a secondary platform, I honestly do not see an issue with that. If you go to the chrono and it fires below 280 FPS, you're not going to be told you can't use that at the field if you've already gotten permission, obviously.
We have yet to see a field owner that turn away.
Right.
We have some event promoter that think otherwise, but like I said, from all the field owner we've been visiting, spoken to, shown, test demo, none of them ever turn away the PPQ just because the first 5 shot, 5 to 8 shot, you have to dry fire to release the excess gas from the initial 12 gram. That's it. Where it's not like one of those guns where it goes down and go back up. No, the PPQ goes down until you drain
until
out.
it's all gone.
Exactly.
Yeah, it never goes back up.
Correct.
Never, ever. It doesn't happen.
Right.
So as soon as you fire 5 shots out of that thing, you're going to be right below that 300 mark, at 300 and less. And then it's going to go down all the way until it stops cycling.
Right.
So, like I said, it's not an issue where it's stuck at 350 and it never goes down. No, it is not what happens. After 5 to 8 shots, the FPS will be much below 280 FPS. So you're talking 260, 270. It's rather efficient, obviously weather permitting because it is CO2, but it will never ever go back up above 300 after those 5 to 8 shots. So that is the reason why we say dry fire at 5 to 8 shots. And I've literally tested this with about 20 or more 12 grams. I put it in there. I've dry fired it 5 to 8 times. I did it at 5, I did it at 8, and then put another, released it, chronoed it under 280. Took that out, put a fresh 12 gram, dry fired it again, 280, and it just went down from there. It has never, ever, ever went above 300 FPS. So that's one thing that you do need to tell your field owner, because that's the kind of misinformation that's being spread right now, is that it's stuck at 350 on a fresh 12 gram. No, no, no. If you go to the chrono and you've already dry fired your 5 to 8 shots, you will pass chrono at 280 FPS. You will, guaranteed. So there is no issue there, and there is no going above that.
That's the thing. I mean, we could only say so much. You really have the time to show the field owner and the operator definitely to show them the difference on the system. That way they understand. So,
and if you buy the PBQ to cheat, shame on you. Yeah, shame on you. If you're buying the PBQ just to shoot 5 to 8 shots over 300, shame on you. Because that's not what we want to happen. Just for the fact that, you know, we want everyone to be able to use that product and be able to have fun with it, and hopefully save your ass
piece.
in a game. You know, so.
Piece.
Other than that, what are we at? Oh, you said 5:30, right?
Yeah, 5 more minutes, right?
It's 5:26 right now.
5:26. You get 4 more minutes, guys. On getting into this Hurricane Hunter marker for this week auction. So you guys look at this is new latest handguard for it.
Yep.
I think Valerie just posted
the link,
the link onto the handguard. If you guys looking for the handguard by itself.
I wonder if it.
What's that? Ticker Y.
Huh.
What happened?
I was wondering if you could add people to this.
Like on the chat?
Huh?
On a
no, like
live,
a video thing.
Like a video thing?
I don't think you can only do that on your personal one,
Okay.
like on your own personal page. Cause that'd be pretty cool.
Valerie can take Jonathan's spot. It's gonna be tough to take Jonathan's spot. I'll tell you guys that. So
yeah, we probably Val probably should come on the show and start talking to you guys.
Oh man, so we can give you guys.
Valerie is the rock of this of both of us for sure.
So when this top rail to extend all the way back to the rear, I think we have a rail that is that you can add. You can extend it on. Oh, you know what? Buy two. You cut it off and you connect them together. There you go. You can able to extend it out to the back.
No, we have the riser.
We do have riser, but
it's about that size.
Yeah. But if you really want to have one kind of same profile, the same height, get two of them, cut it, and then you can put it in. Then you really have a one-piece look.
All right, guys, we got 2 minutes left. We're at 350 right now. Eric Castaneda. So 2 minutes. What do you guys like better, the Hurricane or the 468? Personally, the Hurricane is probably my favorite. I love the 468 because of its realism and its functionality, but the Hurricane, because of the spool valve system, I'm a big fan of that. I think the efficiency is really cool, and just the fact that how lightweight it is.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of what I like about it.
For me, if I were to play, I would play with the Hurricane, but I would shoot like target. I would use a 468
Right.
to shoot target practice. Much more. I don't know the way it feels, the way that it reacts. The 468 much better to do target practice and doing drills. But as far as on the game, on the field, this is the way to go. I love the fact that the lock bolt kind of tell me when I have ammo, need to reload. If there's a jam, it let me do a mag change without having to kind of cock back sometimes. So that's a nice thing about the Hurricane with the lock bolt, of course.
All right, so 5:30, Eric Castaneda, 350. Congratulations, buddy. Go ahead and message the Facebook page, and we'll get that squared away. You got anything else?
That's it, guys.
So I want to say, like I said, guys, thank you. I'm gonna miss every one of you guys, and I want you guys to keep doing what you're doing, and thank you for all the support over the past couple years, for everything you've done for me. So we'll see you guys later.
All right, thank you very much, you guys. Thank you for watching, and we hope you guys see you at the Paintball extravaganza next week. All right, peace.